Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good morning, CaneSport. It's November 18th, 2021. I'm Gary Ferman, the publisher of CaneSport.com, joined as always by our managing editor, Matt Shodell, as we discuss the news of the day. And Matt, I'm going to start off with the story that I actually posted yesterday because we haven't really discussed it. And that was an update on the progress of things at the U, the financial commitment that's being made by the university and the board of trustees. I reported a $25 million ballpark number that I believe is the commitment. And the fact, just recapping how the athletic director search has started and how we expect it to get to a coaching change here in the next few weeks and that sort of thing. And it inspired a lot of interest, a lot of excitement. People seem to be captivated by what's going on at Miami. The fan base has been looking for something different, and it's been a long 20 years. And I think the hope that the University of Miami is finally going all in on athletics and going to go all in on football and devote some resources to getting this program straightened out has just been an awakening to everybody. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I almost wish they didn't put a cap on the amount of money, right? It should just be like, listen, whatever it takes. It should be whatever it takes. I mean, that's it.
I think that number they came up with is enough money. I mean, you're talking about an upfront commitment. It's not year to year to year. The athletic budget is $110 million a year right now.
Right.
It's clearly going to go up from that. This is a $25 million lump sum fee that is going to theoretically cover all the costs of all this transition.
Right. The buyouts and the new contracts, I understand. But there's programs out there where there's no number that they have to meet. It's just like, you tell us what you need and we'll make it happen. And that's what I'd love for Miami to do. I mean, I understand there's a number. I don't know if that number is flexible or not. I just hope that whatever it takes is what will wind up happening, because this is it. Like, I was, talking to some people yesterday about this. Like, this is it. There's no next time. I mean,
that's a good point.
So if you don't make the commitment and aren't willing to lose money for the sake of the Miami Hurricanes legacy of the football program, there's going to be probably a point of no return. As we spoke 5 or 10 years ago, right, about how recruits, the big problem at the time 5 or 10 years ago was recruits didn't remember the great times, right? We spoke about how that was the last batch that was grade schoolers when Miami was winning championships in 2001 and the fake championship in 2002 that Miami actually won, right? Those days are gone. We're well beyond that. These kids don't remember how great Miami was back in the day. They've watched the documentaries, but I've watched World War II documentaries. It doesn't mean I want to be in World War II anymore, right? Bad analogy. But the point
That's
is
a horrible analogy.
Football is war. The point is, kids only remember the great days from watching old footage. And the old footage isn't in 1080p. The old footage is in 480p. And, it just feels old. When you watch those documentaries, it's like that. It was that long ago. It was almost like TV was in black and white for these kids, right? For us, it's the equivalent of black and white TV. It's like grainy footage, not clear. That's how long ago it was for these kids that are watching it. And the kids are leaving town, man. You can't keep doing that. It's now or never.
Well, that's why they're spending the money. And that's why they're probably going to bring in Mario Cristobal if they can get a deal done.
Where's your tape? You just interrupted me. Put the tape back on.
Oh, shit. I ruined the tape. Let me see. Wait a minute. Let me see.
Oh, is that the same tape from yesterday?
Same tape. I just
you know how many germs have gone that since yesterday? All right, now you're.
I can kind of make it work.
Listen, now don't come near me because you got all the germs that have been.
It was sealed. But no, listen. $25 million is a significant amount of money.
It is. I'm not saying it's not.
For a university that's been doing it. I'm not saying it's not,
but why even put a number out there? Why even put a number on it? That's all I'm saying.
Who said they're putting out a number? I'm the one that leaked it.
I understand, but it's coming from people at the university. What I'm saying is they have to be willing to lose money.
Nobody leaked it to me and said, "Hey, Gary, publicize it." I
understand.
I found out the number. I thought.
I understand. What I'm saying is there shouldn't be a number. That's what I'm saying.
Now, but let me say this.
They can have something in mind, like, hey, we'd like to do this.
Yeah, I don't think it's an exact line item. I think it's a fluid number.
That's what I'm saying. It better not be a cap.
All right, but listen, you're talking about, Matt, so many expenses. Like, you can't put an exact number on it. But here's the bottom line. It's going to pay for whatever severance you got to do with Blake James. It's going to pay for whatever buyout you got to do with Manny Diaz. It's going to pay for whatever buyout you got to do with a new football coach. It's going to pay for moving expenses of everybody. It's going to pay for severance for athletic department employees that won't be retained. I mean, there are going to be so many things that need to be paid.
Yeah.
If they're going to reform the athletic department the way I think they're going to, and that's what all this upfront money is going to cover. Year to year, the athletic budget is obviously going to go up. It's about 110 million now. I think you're probably looking at least 120 million athletic budget. That's not a big increase. You're talking about a 10% increase. I'm sure the hope is that the new athletic director will be able to raise that money through traditional fundraising. I think you got to get a good athletic director that's capable of doing that and that can go out and mine those funds on a year-to-year basis. But, I just got to say, Matt, that I've been extremely impressed by the way the university has pulled this together, headed by the president's office and Rudy Fernandez and the way that they've pulled this together and gotten this organized quickly, and they're moving quickly, and they've gone from step A, which was getting the will to do this, to step B, coming up with a plan of what they want to do, to step C, relieving Blake James of his duties because he was not going to be the guy to do it. And now they're on step D. They're looking for a new athletic director. And then they're going to move on to the football coach. And Rudy Fernandez is doing a phenomenal job. And I got to tell you something. When I did this story yesterday, I mean, just doing it and hearing what was going on and the excitement of people and all that stuff, I got so fired up, Matt, that I decided, that I wanted a Rudy Fernandez wardrobe for myself that I could wear at least every couple days to celebrate what Rudy Fernandez is doing for the Canes fan and is doing for the U. And I want to show you that this is the first item that I found when I went shopping yesterday.
That's a Notre Dame. That's a Notre Dame shirt, dude.
It says Rudy. Rudy. It didn't say Notre Dame. I went shopping for Rudy clothes. Okay. And I am now going to commit to 1 day a week for the next 2 months. I'm going to wear my Rudy t-shirt as a tribute to the work that Rudy Fernandez, Julio Frank's chief of staff in the president's office, is doing here on behalf of the Canes fan, the Miami Athletic Department, and just the overall general mood that what they are doing has changed amongst the Canes fans. And that trickles down to us because we live the life of the Canes fans every single day at CaneSport.com. And I'm just so thrilled to see everybody so excited. I mean, there's not a lot of negativity on the message boards and all that. So, if anybody wants to join me in wearing this Rudy shirt, you could find it on Amazon.com. That's where I found it. And I think we should all pay homage to Rudy because he's doing a heck of a job.
I mean, this is the shirt. This is the shirt I'm wearing. You wear your damn Rudy shirt. This is the shirt I'm wearing, man. Okay.
What the heck's that?
Well, you can't. Hold on.
Is that another alligator shirt?
Is that going to come in focus? How come? Why is my camera so bad?
I can't see it. What is it?
I know. It's a Super Mario Brothers shirt. It says Super Mario.
We're not there yet. Okay. Mario has not signed on the dotted line yet. Okay?
I'm one up in your Rudy shirt.
I'm still on the Rudy wagon. Okay. I'm on the Rudy train. Okay. We haven't gotten to Mario yet.
I know, but I think it's ridiculous to wear a Rudy shirt. I think it'd be ridiculous for anyone to wear a Mario shirt. But listen, you do what you want to do.
No, I'm all in on the Mario shirt, but that's got to wait a few weeks. Mario's got some unfinished business at Oregon, and until that works itself out, he hasn't committed to Miami yet. Miami.
I mean, look. Here's the thing. I've said it for so many years now, but I keep saying it. I'll believe it when I see it. And you've been excited before, Gary. Okay, you get very excited. I'm like this. I just tell it like it is, and I'm just like this until I see it.
I'm just praying they get this program straightened out.
And you can get all your Rudy shirts and make your $25 million budget worth of shirts in your closet and your fat heads on the wall of Mario and whatever, man. But I will believe it when I see it. When Mario signs on dotted line, when they have a major program athletic director that's done it before at a football program, a national football program, when they get Alonzo Highsmith or somebody that I keep saying Mario, but whoever, a big time talent evaluator / assistant to the head coach, when they get some analysts in, besides Bob Shoop, like get a few of these guys. And like Alabama every year has a handful of guys who are between head coaching contracts to help them do that, something like that. When that all happens, then I'll be getting my T-shirts and my weird face mask that you wear and my hat.
It's all talk right now. That's fair.
Right, and you get excited, but I'm just telling fans out there, like, it's great to get excited right now, but get excited when it actually happens, because I keep hearing these conflicting things where Mario wants it if you give him what he wants, but at the same time, is going to be pushing back on what Mario wants, which is like the last thing you want to hear. I
haven't heard anybody say they're pushing back.
I have. No, I've heard that they will be. I've heard that there are certain things that could be issues for Miami, that Mario may want, because let's face it, this is the University of Miami. This is not all of a sudden I know you want it to be all of a sudden flipped in the matter of 24 hours, that all of a sudden this is a totally different administration than what we already know it is. Zebras don't change their stripes, and they are going to have to be taught a lesson in how to change their stripes by a lion, and that would be Mario. And
I'm giving him a lot of positive reinforcement.
If Mario can't, can I talk? If Mario can't force the change, the University of Miami will lose him.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm giving these guys so much positive reinforcement, man. Rudy, because like they got to get this done, Matt.
They have to.
They got to take
100% agree.
They got to take it to the finish line.
Have you ever seen Miami screw anything up before? Oh yeah, we have.
That's all they've done.
Right. I mean, and you're expecting all of a sudden them to flip a switch and be totally different and be willing to lose and be willing to go out on a limb and probably spend more money than they want to and give up control of that athletic department to a head coach who's going to run the whole show. Because guess what? Mario comes in, he's running the show because he's not going to let an AD walk over him. And if Miami's not willing to do that, which they have never shown the willingness to do, there's going to be a big problem.
Well, if you hire him, I hope they are hiring him to run the show. They're going to have to pay him at least $7 million, and I'm sure they were already puking at that. And then Michigan State goes and commits $9 million a year to Mel Tucker, who's never done anything. I mean, this is his first good season, and he's doing it on the backs of 17 transfers and a running back that he was fortunate to get. I don't understand how Wake Forest ever let that kid leave. He's going to win the Heisman Trophy this year. Can you imagine that? Think about this, Matt. A running back transfers from Wake Forest to Michigan State, and he's going to win the Heisman Trophy. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, that's an incredible story, okay? And Mel Tucker is the beneficiary of that. And now all of a sudden, Michigan State's paying him $9 million a year and blowing up the market for football coaches. And everybody in college sports, I guarantee you, is puking over that, including these guys at the University of Miami, because they were probably like grimacing at the idea of paying Mario $7 million. Well, if Mel Tucker's worth $9 million, what's Mario worth, Matt?
Listen, the money to me is not going to be the issue. The issue for Miami, because if Mario wants to come to Miami, he will come to Miami. They'll make it work financially. The problem is going to be the control. And this Miami administration does not like to give up control to a wild man. And Mario is a wild man. He is unpredictable. He gets what he wants. And if he doesn't get what he wants, he will let every single person in that building know what he wants. And he won't just say it privately. He will scream it from the top of the hecht and with a blowhorn, okay? And if Miami is okay with that, then we're back on track, man. But they better be okay with that.
You got an AD that's good with that. I don't think the president's office is going to have
right. Well, that's the problem. That's the problem. That's what I'm saying. There's no AD hired yet. This is a moot conversation until we get an AD who's okay with that.
You got to find the right marriage, no doubt.
100%.
All right, so that's one story that's still on the website this morning. If you didn't see it yesterday afternoon, make sure you look at it this morning. I tried to give a fairly comprehensive update of where things stand on everything. And, like I said, I'm very encouraged by what I see. All right, also, on the website this morning. We do an analysis of the senior day. I guess what could have been, but it's a very small, relatively small class. I mean, there's some quality there. I mean, De'Ara King transfer, Jared Williams transfer, DeAndre Johnson transfer. But of the traditional recruits that are celebrating senior day this weekend, Matt, not a ton. I mean, Navon Donaldson, Mike Harley, Zach McLeod. What a great story he is. I mean, he's going to leave after a couple more games, having played more games than anybody in Miami football history. John Ford, Amari Carter, not a very deep senior day class.
I thought you said Jaron Williams for a second. I was like, Jaron Williams, is he back?
No, I said Jared.
I know. I said, I thought you said for a second. In my old age, my hearing, Jared becomes Jaron. So yeah, the cool thing with Zach McLeod, it's kind of funny, but like he did senior day last year. It's just, it's always like, senior day is always a little weird to me.
But he didn't do it right.
They didn't do it right. Yeah, he didn't do it right.
There.
My parents couldn't be there. It wasn't right. So I came back just so my parents could have senior day. Yeah, right. Listen, the thing fans have to understand is some of these seniors probably didn't live up to your expectations. They certainly didn't live up to mine, but these are the nicest, best kids in the world. You have to root for them. They got, they came through, they stuck with the program, they got an education, they did try their hardest. And if you want to blame them or blame the coaches for some of their lack of productivity during their careers, for some of them, you got to let that go on senior day. You got to just smile and wave, and it's the queen walking down the field, and you got to be happy for these kids. They're going to move on in life. They're going to hopefully find a job. Maybe some of you out there will even hire them. And you wish them well. These are all great guys. And I will tell you, I have covered some guys in the past who I have not been fans of. I will tell you that. I'm not going to name names, but every single one of these seniors, I'm a fan of every one of them. I can tell you that. Okay, I've gone through the list. Obviously, I wrote the story. I'm a fan of every single one of these kids. All great kids.
Yeah, they really are. And I'm glad Zach's going to get his proper senior day. Because, that's a kid that deserves it, man. He's really he's had quite a career at Miami, changing positions and going through injuries and things like that. We even made a movie out of it this year. For those of you that haven't seen the Zach McLeod story that we produced, there's a link underneath the main story on CaneSport.com. It says CaneSport Films. You can go there and see it. We'll also, try to repost it or something, maybe Saturday morning or something. Because it was a nice project that we did with Zach. It was an NIL project. We wanted to support a kid that had given so much to the program and came back for a sixth year. So make sure you check out the Zach McLeod story if you haven't. All right, so senior day we talked about. Let's see what else we got on the website this morning. We've got a story with Amari Carter, who's one of those seniors, talking about how the team's approaching this Virginia Tech game, which is kind of interesting, Matt, because Virginia Tech just fired their coach, Justin Fuente. And you have to wonder, does that impact game preparation at all? What are I haven't even looked to see who the interim coach is yet. I guess I'll need to do that before I do the countdown to kickoff show this week. But
JC Price,
yeah. I don't know what effect that'll have on their game prep and stuff.
I mean, Amari is targeting having a big game. All right, bad joke.
That was bad. Come on, he hasn't done one. Come on, man, you got to get over things. He hasn't had one targeting call this year. I've
been up too early this morning already.
Not one targeting call. Not one this whole year, and you're taking a shot at Amari Carter that's celebrating senior day.
Well, if I didn't put quote marks, it would have been fine.
That's unbelievable. But
edit it out if you don't like it. You're the one who tapes your mouth, wears crazy masks. I make one bad joke. Give me a break. You got your own problems. I got a lot of problems. I admit it. I have a very bad sense of humor, but you also got a lot of problems.
That was not good. All right. Also on the website this morning, we got a story on Landon Ibieta. It's kind of weird covering these current commits because truthfully, with a coaching change coming in 2 weeks, the question, or I'll say likely coming in a couple weeks, I gotta be careful there. I'm just assuming this is definitely happening and it hasn't happened yet. And I think it's likely going to happen, but we can't treat it like it's already happened. But with these commits and these recruits, the big story is, like, are they going to stick? I mean, let's be honest. And, I think it's a delicate question to talk about, but we have to do it. And Landon Ibieta is a kid that says he's sticking. Like, he's a Miami Hurricane all the way. Now, he doesn't have a ton of options, Matt. LSU hasn't offered. You're looking at Louisiana Tech and Tulane are his options if he doesn't go to Miami. Okay, which begs the question to me, what's a new coach going to think about Landon Ibieta, a receiver who only has the option of going to Louisiana Tech or Tulane if he doesn't come to Miami? So there's all kinds of stuff that can happen on this one in the next month. The next month.
I'm sort of torn on this because my general philosophy, and again, I just tell the truth, this is what I believe. My general philosophy is if the previous coaching staff takes a commitment and that kid still wants to come and the new coach comes in and it's this late in the game, you just give the kid a spot on the team and you let him try to work and earn that spot. A, because it's the right thing to do. And B, because if you don't, you may as well forget ever getting a kid from that school and from any school where that kid's head coach is a friend of that school. And that's Louisiana territory. And you don't want to mess around with some of those guys over there and lose that recruiting territory and that recruiting turf. So that's two reasons right there why, if any of these kids who are already committed and have stuck by their commitments, regardless if they take visits, if they never decommitted and a new coaching staff comes in and they still haven't decommitted, I would strongly suggest that the new coaching staff just take the kids, let them work and see if they work out. And if not, guess what? The transfer portal is an amazing beast.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens. We can't predict that right now. We don't know, even if there is a coaching change and Mario Cristobal gets the job, we don't know what his philosophy is going to be with kids like that. And if Lane Kiffin or somebody else were to get the job, we have no idea.
A lot of these coaches dump the kids. I don't think it's right. I really don't think it's right.
Yeah, I mean, we know that if Manny Diaz is the head coach, that Landon Ibieta will be in the class. We can safely say that. All right.
Okay, hold on. Listen, if Manny Diaz is retained, I still am not sure these kids come, because it's gotten to the point where he really just may have one more year left. And like, if these other kids have options, I understand Landon may not, but a lot of these kids have other major program offers and are taking visits. And so they could easily just say, hey, this is not going to work at Miami and I'm going to go elsewhere, just to be fair.
Yeah, that's why we're asking the question. I mean, it's a pertinent question. It has to be asked. All right. Also on the website today, later today, we'll have our You Bet CaneSport feature that everybody likes so much, with Lee Sterling talking about betting this game this weekend, which is a hell of a challenge for Lee Sterling and any other handicapper. You've got two teams in a total state of flux. Virginia Tech obviously losing their head coach, Miami losing their athletic director and maybe about to lose their head coach, and all that uncertainty and coming off the Florida State game, the disappointment. How invested is Miami going to be? They have not performed well in this type of situation the past few seasons. So, we'll be talking to Lee Sterling about that later today and getting his opinions on that. If you missed the Lamar Thomas show last night, that podcast is also on the website today. And a programming note, tonight we will have coverage from an event that is going to be taking place. I can't tell you where it is. They don't want this is the God honest truth. I mean, I've been asked not to reveal the location. It's a group of alumni.
It's at Gary's house.
Yeah. It's a group of alumni getting together to have a roundtable discussion on the state of the Miami program and give suggestions on how it can be better and things like that. They are going to film it, and it's going to be shown next week. The video will be shown on the Crowded app next week that a lot of the players are involved in. We will be doing our own interviews at the event, and we will have coverage of the event this evening. So encourage everybody to take a look at that tonight. All right, so that's going to do it for Good Morning CaneSport for today. We will try to we should have a show for you at some point on Friday as well, as we look towards the weekend and the Virginia Tech game and Senior Day. But for now, wish everybody a great day. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate the support that this show is getting. If you like it, click the like button, subscribe to this channel. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, we would appreciate it. The more we can grow our numbers, the better it is, with everything involved. And we'll say have a great day, and we'll see you next time, everybody.